No one mentioned
that was UK.
It's illegal and it's wrong.
She is a smoke show.
You know.
I mean, no, dude, no. Best movie ever. Best movie ever.
I have some.
Oh, we are kicking it today. Kicking Steve Gutenberg out of a theater.
Oh, yeah. Get him out of here.
Welcome to the PatCave, a podcast where we talk all about superheroes, pop culture, nostalgic TV and movies we grew up with.
And this week we are discussing another 1995 classic.
It's been 30 years, folks, since The Big Green.
Mm-hmm.
And hence the outfit.
Yeah.
Go, Pat, go. I see your Lombardi shirt on.
Yeah, I like American football because we're in America.
Well, there's some jokes in there about this.
Yeah, a little bit.
This is the 30th anniversary and makes me feel old because I grew up watching this.
Yeah.
You didn't.
No. This is my first viewing of The Big Green.
Okay.
I think I kept calling it The Green Mile by accident, which is a completely different film.
Vastly different. Great movie still.
Great movie.
Great movie.
Yeah. That one's top tier, top 10 lists, I believe people
Yeah.
would claim.
Yes.
This one more stinker.
Okay.
dive.
Wow. I know how Booty feels about this.
I knew that this was going to happen. I knew that going into this, I was going to strike a chord.
I'm going to defend this strong.
Yeah. We'll start off with your little golden participation trophies.
These things? I don't know if you see, but I used to play.
Uh-huh.
And these aren't golden. This is that's
Plastic
my sister's
with a overcoat. Oh, those were married?
That's my sister.
That's so cool.
Wait, do I have any here?
Are they all not yours?
These are all girls.
That's so funny.
Damn.
Wow.
Well, this one's of me.
Yeah.
A little picture of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think these are all my sisters.
You didn't even check?
No.
Wow.
I
Wow.
swear, I have my own.
Yeah. I believe you. This
No,
is me believing you.
But growing up was, my dad was coach of a lot of our teams.
Yeah. I saw AYSO.
Yeah.
The kid that I tutored in Germany, I would take him to his AYSO soccer games.
So this was, I really felt connected to this movie. The soccer games, the parents, all that kind of drive in there, the orange slices at halftime, just really nostalgic for me.
I was on St. Jude's purple team.
Okay.
And
okay.
I was terrible.
Did you guys name yourself the purple team?
No, we were
Color coordinated.
We were the crisscrossers. I don't know. I have no
Oh.
idea. That was more about Christ on the cross.
Okay. The crisscross.
That was terrible.
Okay.
We could cut that.
No, that's great. That's gold.
Man.
Let's get into the summary of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have one written?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, let's hear it.
I don't know if I have a. Should I do it like?
Do it like. Remember the trailer we saw when they're like, in this Steve Gutenberg's new film?
I'll try.
Okay. Just do a trailer. Funny trailer.
A teacher on exchange from England is placed in an underachieving Texas school where she coaches the students in soccer, improving their self-esteem and leading to unexpected success.
That's what I thought this movie was. It's basically a reskinned Little Giants.
It is.
Which is kind of weird, like plot point to plot point. Start with the sports billboard in the town. Kids riding their bike or goofing off that don't play the game.
And with the bet.
Yeah, and with them making a bet with a coach that looks exactly like the other coach.
And then montage after montage after montage.
Yeah, so we've opened up with some classic characters here. We've got Squints Polidorus.
Yeah, that is actor Chauncey Lepardi. He is also Charlie Parker in Paper Brigade.
We've got the goalie who is the great Bambino in Sandlot.
Ham, right?
The great Hambino.
Yeah. That's Patrick Renna.
Renna, which he's on social media these days, and I've seen him popping up left and right.
Yeah, and he does some directorial stuff. There wasn't a ton of information on that. His top bill is Ham.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like we tried to look up some interviews on this movie. Nothing. It's all Sandlot.
This is in the dark ages.
This is buried.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So also one of our favorite actors, Steve Gutenberg.
I wouldn't say favorite.
Favorite to make fun of?
Uh-huh. Yeah. It makes me cringe.
Yeah. Now he plays a Texas sheriff.
Yeah.
And he's got quite the accent.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping and I'm praying and I'm searching and I'm looking and I'm eating and I'm thinking. That's just a matter of time before you're a pearl, and I'm going to get you, my little old girl.
Deputy Dog.
What do you think his acting classes are like?
I think it's just, here's a snow globe, toss it around, hit on this woman very provocatively.
Yeah. Make sure that there's kids following you on bikes, even though you're going 60 in a cop car.
Don't do your job ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, if Steve Gutenberg were my town sheriff, I would seriously consider a career in bank robbery.
You're facing the wrong way, sir.
All right.
We open up with
Getting ransacked by pigeons.
so they dump a bag of Cheetos on them. And
Cue to
just-
me being like, Patrick, what is happening?
Have you ever done it?
No.
So, do you know if it's fun or not?
I know that it could probably lead to the emergency room.
Or some kind of disease?
Yeah. Follow-up disease.
Yeah, so the very attractive teacher,
Olivia Diabo. Yeah.
they're like, who are you? Why are you in our town?
I'm a teacher at your school. No
No
way.
way. All four.
Big kids or little kids? Big kids. No way.
Yeah.
I saw like recently there was like it reminded me of that moment. Like there was like a social media thing of like a guy witnessed like 4 adolescent kids that yelled at like a girl in a bikini on a beach like, hey, flip up a nip for the boys.
Oh, yeah, pop a titty for the
Pop
boys.
a titty for the boys. That's what that scene.
Yeah, and that guy's like, let me just say, whoever said that in the friend group is a legend. They will forever remember that. She didn't do it. But,
No, this kid
yeah.
that would make this a PG movie.
yeah. So then we cut to Steve Gutenberg in his cop car, and they're
Leaving
like,
school or whatever.
they're like, Steve, you gotta.
You gotta.
His name's not Steve.
Yeah, his name is
Deputy Dog.
Deputy
They
Dog.
go, Deputy Dog, you gotta see our new teacher.
Yeah.
She is a smoke show. And he just puts on his hat, puts his car in reverse, and
Abuse
goes,
of power.
and just finds her in
Yeah.
this small town, drives by her, plays the whole, I'm looking for a bank robber.
Yeah. Forward, reverse, forward, reverse.
Abusing his power is right.
Oh my God! But I totally would if I saw a smoke show in a red.
Redneck town like that?
No, her jumpsuit.
Red tank top.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was.
tank top.
She cute. I gotta
Yeah,
say
she
that-
was great. Now,
Uh-huh.
did she go on to do anything else?
She was in the Wonder Years. She was his hippie sister.
Okay.
And then she also was the voice of Jane in the animated series on Disney, The Legend of Tarzan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So some minor roles.
Some minor roles.
Some
I
minor
didn't find
roles.
like a ton of other stuff.
Yeah.
Like she played a serial killer on like Law and Order or something,
Ooh,
like a female
spicy.
serial- Yeah.
We meet the rest of the class, and they are just the worst kids.
Yeah.
I mean,
especially Kate.
dude,
She just didn't play along.
they're like, so what makes you special, kids? And she's like, my parents are divorced. Thanks for bringing it up.
no one
That was,
mentioned
that
it.
was you, Kate.
Yeah.
That was you.
She's just queen of the gaslighting. I
Yeah.
don't know.
So they're all like just giving this teacher so much crap.
Yeah.
And Squints was like, I don't know if you know this, but we got the worst test scores in the
state.
country.
Yeah.
Or state.
I mean, Texas might as well be a country.
Yeah.
To me, it was just like they were trying to make the citizens of Texas look actually handicapped.
Okay. Well, I thought this was the best movie ever, so shut up.
Oh,
The stars at night are dull and dim whenever they have to be over dumb old stupid Texas.
So instead of learning, she's like, I'm going to bring us together with soccer. Football, actually.
yeah, and then it looked like they got someone from the production squad of Friends so that she could just bounce up and down with a ball.
You
on
don't think that was
head.
her?
I'm talking more about like, oh, yet another shot where we get titties bouncing.
Oh,
Like
that's
the
what you
90s
meant.
are just, if you want to go
That's
back
what
to
you
your
meant.
childhood and be like, wow, I didn't think that there was any sexual tones of my childhood. It's like, yeah, bud. I don't, dude, it's bad. Like,
Dude,
the
well-
more and more I see stuff like this, I'm like, yeah.
A lot of these things, especially in this year, did not age well, with especially the hitting on the women, where it's like, hey, if you're a hot woman, that's your fault.
This was hitting the register with like cringe levels from Paperman sometimes.
Yeah. Gutenberg's accent was so over the top.
Now, I have to ask, like, is he worse in this than he is in Tower of Terror?
I think he's worse in this.
Oh, it's so close.
Yeah. In Tower of Terror, I guess he had some motive that was not just bang the teacher.
Yeah.
It was more like,
His niece on the couch. Whoops.
ooh, whoopsie, Gutenberg is back.
Oh, yeah.
Midgets?
Yeah.
I'm
Wow.
sorry.
No,
Okay,
that's a great
Here's some
transition.
context. Steve Gutenberg threw out the midget word 4
Yeah.
times. The midget word.
The midget word.
So that's
zip
bad.
it, midgets.
Zip it, midgets.
4
but
times.
Anyway, I mean, Little Giants is clearly a better movie.
An improvement.
Yes.
Mhm.
So they.
I can tell you're mad at me.
No, I'm not. I If you don't have, I only like this for the nostalgic connection.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Hot teacher, no way. Sheriff Amelia, the worst kids. Screw learning. Let's play soccer.
Do we have any other? I have maybe
Drunk
more
dad.
cast notes.
Drunk dad.
Drunk dad.
Kate's dad is the town drunk. It's the classic, like, doesn't show up until the last game, and there's a heartfelt moment.
Literally didn't matter.
No, but he does get that kid deported.
What was his gain there? What was he doing for?
He's slightly racist.
Yeah.
I'd say even moderately.
That Mexi kid.
He tells the coach from the other team, the real prick of a guy, barely has lines until the Mexican kid comes up, and he's just like, that kid's probably an illegal.
Or when his daughter walks out, he's like, no, don't go, we love you and stuff.
yeah, he played a good drunk, I guess. But there is one of the main plot points is their main star, Juan, who is the
Not
teacher.
a citizen.
Scanning for Mexicans.
Well,
It's illegal.
He is,
and
but
it's
his mom isn't. So they're scared, and they leave before the big game because he's great at soccer.
To be fair, he was warning them. He's like, I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah.
I might bounce.
I might bounce. On their fifth montage, they finally
On their fifth montage.
they finally get the jerseys. They skip multiple games and just do it like a graphic thing with a score on where a ball bounces through.
Thank you so much for mentioning that.
Yeah.
It was out of nowhere.
With some of the not worst. I even told you some of the music makes me tear up.
Yeah.
But they kept using the same like Airbud track or.
Oh, the score music.
The score was
like the inspirational dun 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 dun.
dun. Like everything is happening is epic, and it's like I feel like I'm watching someone's home movies when they were filming the soccer games.
And then when you see that CGI clip with the scores, like, wouldn't it have been more efficient just to bounce a ball across the screen?
Or like show someone writing it on like or their stat. I mean, someone taking their name and putting it on a leaderboard.
Have Bug, the kid from Honey We Shrunk Ourselves, just chalk writing.
Little Rascals.
He's never in school.
So cute.
He's Alfalfa in Little Rascals.
He's Alfalfa.
He's Alfalfa.
You are so beautiful.
Wow.
You are so beautiful. Yep, that's him.
Wow. Okay.
Adam Selinsky and Honey We Shrunk Ourselves. J.O. Saunders, he's the bad coach. He is also the villain coach in Angels in the Outfield.
Oh, that's right.
There's also a connection there. So,
Isn't
please.
he the bad guy in Major League too? He's the Frank Thomas looking character.
I can check. I don't know if that's...
dude.
Nope, that's not him. Oh, you're determined.
I don't believe you. Who is the guy that he pitches against? Charlie Sheen. All right. Well, in editing, I'm going to show you the scene I'm talking about and the actor I'm thinking of.
And then subtitle, it's not him. This movie is the directorial debut of Holly Goldberg Sloan. This is also the first live-action Disney movie directed by a woman.
Oh.
And she directed Angels. She wrote and produced Angels in the Outfield, and he is in both of those as the bad guy manager.
So she must have liked him.
Yeah. Carryover.
You played a great douchebag.
You were a prick.
There's this thing with the goalie that goes on in his head.
Yeah.
Where whatever the team name is, he sees that image.
Yeah.
So zombies, knights, Buccaneers. There was
Vikings.
All sorts of things. The Terminators.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like the Knights and the Terminators all had to be grown men.
Oh.
Because they were on horses and motorcycles. And then everything else, they just dressed up little kids in Halloween costumes.
Yeah. It was just like the high-speed cop car in the field. It's just like they keep cutting to them just like bouncing around like it's just a production crew like smacking the car. And then there's clearly a 37-year-old man driving in place of the child that is driving that car.
Oh, gosh.
He had to have been one of the knights.
And just a fun montage to throw in.
Yeah. Let's talk about the montages for a second. So there's a moment like where we get like I think a pretty justified one. It's like the parents are finally buying in. The rain starts.
The rain scene. It's a classic 90s moment. Just don't get dirty. Oh, we might as well lean in and get dirty. Stop.
Yeah. Another.
And that was great. And it faded to a montage of them working.
No dialogue. And it is watching these kids chase a lawnmower. The lawnmower hits a fence. Cows are released.
Runaway cows. All in fast motion. They did a lot
all
of
in fast motion. Or they split to the slow-mo. Immediately back to fast motion. And then this montage leads to yet another
Soccer
montage.
training.
Soccer training.
Yep.
No dialogue.
Yep.
Fast, slow.
Yeah, there was no transition scenes to go from one scene to another.
Yeah.
Like there was probably the best scene ever in it was when the kids made that cake for the teacher and said, "You've really changed us. We found out what's special about us, and it's you."
Not my parents' divorce.
No, yeah, and they did their homework and they decorated the whole thing, and she's like about to like take a deep breath and say something, and it just cuts to one of those graphics of the score.
The ball going by? Yeah.
I was like, what a mood killer.
I know.
Jesus. Anyway.
Yeah.
But besides that, best movie ever.
Budget, box office.
Oh, what do you got?
$12 million to make this film.
Gutenberg got probably 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
It made 17.7 million.
Okay.
So like I don't know how much.
Did it come out in theaters?
Yeah, this film went on to sell over 5 million units when it was released on VHS and Laserdisc on January 31st, 1996.
Laserdisc,
yes.
dude. Did you ever see a Laserdisc?
I feel like I have.
They're like record-sized DVDs.
And they were like in a square. Am I right about that? No?
No.
Oh, I'm thinking of like the compact or what are the things that go into a PC?
Like the floppy disks.
Yeah, floppy disk.
disk, yeah.
So not a floppy disk.
No, this was like a big CD, like a
Okay.
record-sized CD. Shout out Cody Cobbs for having me over at a sleepover. He pulled out, I think it was Space Jam on it or something.
And you watched the movie on it.
Yeah, and you had to have this massive player.
Wow.
For it. It was like
That's
So,
pretty cool.
Anyway, Laserdisc. That's a wild throwback. 30 years, man. How you feeling? You feeling old?
Yeah, and this was always like one that I saw at the store, like with Patrick Renna on the cover in the
Yes.
goalie
Classic
spot.
cover.
I wasn't a huge soccer guy. I think that's like literally the carryover as to why this didn't like really affect me like you did.
Okay. Yeah,
soccer.
because I was deep into it.
Yeah, I think like if I had to go either way, hockey or soccer, I love snow, so I probably would have leaned
Okay,
hockey
gotcha.
because I've seen Mighty Ducks.
You love the Mighty Ducks. I was just about to say. Deportation stuff started coming up. You were like, "What is this? The big green card?"
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
That was great.
Disney.
I'll just say that's
Yeah.
great. Does that lead anywhere to your prequel sequel segment? This
Yes,
is a new
it
segment
does.
we've done once or twice. Name a prequel or sequel to this movie.
Well, the sequel to this movie already exists, and the name of that movie is The Tower of Terror.
Oh my god!
So Steve Gutenberg is on the run from the law because he helped keep illegal aliens out of the grips of the law.
Moves to LA.
He moves to L.A. He changes his name. Works for a
Accent.
paper that doesn't exist.
Finds a fake niece.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
That explains why he's sleeping on the couch.
Tower of Terror is the sequel.
Tower of Terror is the sequel.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a sequel as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna do The Big Green Perv, and it's all about Steve Gutenberg getting a restraining order
Yeah.
after kissing the teacher on the mouth,
Yeah.
unwarranted. Did you think she was into him?
Nope.
No.
Feigned liking that.
Yes, and now this sequel is a very True Detective type of vibe. And Gutenberg
Trying to hunt him down.
Gutenberg kills like 3 or 4 people, abuses his power,
Yeah.
and then the kids solve the crime.
Oh, that would be something. Yeah. Let's take votes. We'll do the movie posters. Here they are.
Prequel and sequel. The
Yeah.
Big Green Perv.
Or the big green tower of terror.
Wow.
Oh man.
Wow.
Before we get to scores, I do have a
Yeah.
couple more factoids.
Ooh, these are booties factoids.
Yes.
Beep 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 beep.
I just thought this was funny, and I was like, this. It was like downvoted the most on like facts on IMDb, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, this makes no sense. Steve Gutenberg gained over 12 pounds in preparation for his role as Sheriff Tom Palmer.
Just did it on purpose.
Yeah,
Like lifted or just ate a bunch of
went
shit?
out to restaurants.
Yeah.
I gained 12 pounds for this episode
Wow.
of the PatCave.
Wow.
Also, this is the only role in his career, except for Police Academy, in which he plays a police officer.
What a fun factoid.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
Nice factoids. Those
yeah.
are Booty's factoids. Or actually, the Guten
Mm.
files. So, Booty, let's start with our big green Booty score. What do you think?
Well, Patrick, without the ally of nostalgia involved in this one, This was such like, it's so weird because like in like the classic ones that we know and love, they do a couple of close-ups where the kids have like a funny one-liner while they're on the field of play.
Yeah.
There was not a single time that like soccer was being played with the element of story involved.
They literally let them play soccer.
They
it
just
looked like.
let them play.
They
So
filmed it from a distance.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it was just like a dad had like a better camera than everybody.
Yeah.
On to score.
Hates kids playing soccer.
I just don't.
Yeah.
This was not the movie for Alex Booty.
Okay, what was it?
3.9. Yeah, this is just one I would like pass.
Okay.
And if we could go back, I think this movie carries more mystique having not seen it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that makes sense. I mean, if you haven't seen something, there's definitely some mystery.
Yeah. I would like to go back. I think I was like, yeah, I bet that's a good one.
You want to forget this.
Yeah.
You want to forget it.
It's
you ever
not
watched
like
it?
watching The Little Giants where I was so thrilled
Yeah.
to be watching that.
That is a very true statement.
Yeah, this is just kids playing soccer.
I will say it was better in my head for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know how much they jacked from Little Giants.
Yeah.
Little Giants was a year before this.
Yeah.
And, man. So, I mean, that did kind of tarnish it a little bit in my head. The big green booty Pat score.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go 6'8". I'm going to go 6'8".
Defend it.
Defend it?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, those are
You doubled it for nostalgia?
yes. But also 7.3 is 7 is where I kind of put like this was a good movie. But like right under it, it's like there's my nostalgia limit, I guess. And then it has to have good movie on top of it to get a higher score.
I did not find this one like inspiring. Like I didn't like leave being like, yeah.
No, I did. No.
Yeah.
No, I didn't either.
No.
Little Giants, I did.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen that one, go back and watch
Or
Little Giants.
Sandlot.
Sandlot. That's another great one. Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah.
What are some other ones we're missing? Down in the comments, tell us some of your favorite childhood sports movies.
And why the best one is Air Bud.
Oh, hot take.
It's not. Spoiler alert. It's funny. It's not that good.
We should watch one of like the ninth one, like World Pup.
Buddies. Air
Where
Buddies.
it's like soccer one where it's like Buddies World Pup. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like all just the puppies.
They do every sport. Luging,
They do things that aren't sports. It's weird.
Baccarat.
Yeah. And they talk. Like they never
No,
talked.
They
Yeah.
talked?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You
we
think
got to
that-
dig into
you
that.
think they would get away with just like it's puppies just
That's
moving?
true. That's true.
There's
Anyway,
no way.
that was the PatCave episode on the Big Green. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, subscribe, share with your fellow nerds. And you know what?
Get
Just
out there on that.
Get out there and kick a ball.
Yeah.
Get out there and hallucinate.
And kiss a
bunch of-
goat.
Kiss a goat.
Steal a police car and go on a crime spree and head to Los Angeles and work for a fictional paper. We're on to you, Steve.
Just be Steve Gutenberg.
yeah. Oh man.